She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered offender.
And that brings me back to our great president and this administration.
Y'all think that she is just trying to get her brother and her hubby pardoned out of jail by Donald Trump?
Nicki Minaj's brother and his attorneys thought he would be walking out of court a free man today. Jelani Mirage was convicted last November of repeatedly an 11-year-old girl.
Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, previously pleaded guilty to failing to register as a sex offender, a requirement stemming from his 1995 conviction for the attempted rape of a 16-year-old girl. And now this whole Nicki Mommy Minaj situation just took another wild turn. Comedian DL Hughley has jumped into the conversation, joining the growing group of fans who believe Nicki might be cozying up to Donald Trump for one major reason: to secure a pardon for her brother, who's a convicted rapist, and possibly help her husband get removed from the offender registry. And who better to pull strings like that than Trump, right? Now, nothing is confirmed, but when you start connecting the dots, the timeline looks real suspicious. Nicki spent years publicly going after Trump, and trust me, the receipts are ready. But now, all of a sudden, she's out here calling him a role model.
They're young men. You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
But let's not forget, just a few months ago, Nicki was shading Trump on X for pardoning Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. Fast forward to now, and she's calling Trump a role model for men. Make it make sense. Somebody, please, explain this switch up to me. Because at this point, either Nicki really went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, or she's getting real desperate to get her brother and her husband off the hook. So let's get into the tea, exactly what DL Hughley said about Nicki hopping on the MAGA train, and why fans are convinced.
I talked to Donald Trump, and I told him that you were performing tonight. I asked him if he was a fan of yours.
Oh.
What do you think he said?
He probably said, "Who's that?"
No, he didn't.
Alright, let's start with DL Hughley's reaction to Nicki suddenly singing Trump's praises and cozying up to Erica Kirk. During Nicki's conversation with Erica at AFest last weekend, she went on this bizarre rant about how MAGA is supposedly all about protecting the kids. She claimed she personally cares deeply about children's safety, and apparently cares especially about white kids, which definitely had people raising their eyebrows.
I don't want what was done to little black girls done to little white girls. I don't want it done to any girls.
Now Nicki, of all people, acting like she's suddenly the champion of protecting kids, is not just ironic, it's downright disturbing when you look at the men she chooses to stand beside and defend. And this is exactly what DL Hughley called out in a video he posted responding to her rant. DL didn't hold back. He said Nicki is the last person who should be preaching about protecting children, especially considering who she's married to. DL said it best: Nicki shouldn't be posting anything about protecting kids when her husband legally can't even be within 1,000 feet of one. And let's be real, it's not Gavin Newsom she should be worried about, it's Chris Hansen. And later on, DL doubled down on his comments in another video, saying this: she keeps talking about protecting kids, but she's literally married to a man who can't even be around them. He made it clear he wasn't backing off his stance. If Nicki wants to lecture the world about child safety, then people have every right to point out the contradiction standing right next to her.
She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she gotta walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. And she damn sure should stay away from Sour Patch Kids.
But jokes aside, a lot of fans are now speculating that Nicki hopping on the MAGA train might have less to do with politics and more to do with protecting not just her offender husband, but also her brother, who's currently serving 25 years in prison. Nicki never talks about her brother publicly, and that's definitely not an accident. He was convicted of one of the most disturbing crimes imaginable. Island girl, Donald Trump want me gone. $500,000 on the Maybach Pullman. Boarded now, I'm praying all my foreigners don't get deported. Nicki also used to clown Trump all over social media back when he was first running for president. She dragged him for everything, from his looks to that awkward moment he tried to speak Spanish. Y'all remember when she posted that IG video of Trump absolutely butchering the word mañana in Spanish? She roasted him so bad the comments were in tears. Nicki shared this clip on Instagram and wrote, "It's the clueless face that really has me laughing. It's like he really doesn't even know it's bad." On another note, I honestly think Michelle should absolutely run in 8 years. And let's not forget that scene in Nicki's MTV documentary My Time Now, where she literally used Trump as an example of misogyny in the industry. But suddenly, in 2025, Trump is a role model for young men? Make it make sense. Fast forward to 2020, Nicki was still extremely anti-Trump, even when a wave of black celebrities started endorsing him. She made it crystal clear she wasn't hopping on the Trump bandwagon, those were her exact words. And when you add the post she shared last July shading Trump for pardoning Desiree Perez, it becomes obvious that this whole MAGA makeover happened recently. Like, within a few months. Because seriously, how does someone go from clowning Trump for pardoning Desiree, a woman Nicki claimed tried to sabotage her career, to calling Trump the greatest president ever? What exactly happened during those few months to flip her all the way around? Now look, nobody knows for sure what's really going on behind the scenes. But fans? Oh, they've been talking. And the theories are wild. Some folks swear Nicki might be on that snow and slowly losing her grip on reality. One fan even said,
"Man" in Spanish?
The bad ones. We have some bad people in this country that have to go out. We're going to get them out. We're going to secure the border. And once the border is secured, at a later date, we'll make a determination as to the rest. But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
But then you've got the other side, the people who think this sudden flip isn't about politics at all. They believe Nicki's playing chess, not checkers, trying to position herself to score a pardon for her brother and get her husband off the registry. Someone on X said. One fan said, "I was done with Nicki when she went on the coke rants. Like, why would she be a role model when she's high as hell, screaming? Why would I fangirl over an addict?" Another chimed in, "Why is nobody talking about the fact that Nicki Minaj's pivot to the right is 100% because she's broke AF? Addiction will drain you of everything you have, no matter who you are, and she clearly needs that check. Opioids and coke are a hell of a combo." And another user responded to Nicki's post about defending Christians and wrote. One fan wrote, "Nicki Minaj is one stupid bee. She's not fooling anyone. She's working with Trump to pardon her rapist brother and clear her husband's sex offender charges. Stop supporting that disgusting ish." One fan wrote, "Nicki's husband and her brother are two men who can't even be within 500 feet of a school. She knowingly married a rapist. She defends her brother, who is also a rapist, and she targets their victims. Nicki doesn't care about children, and she certainly isn't a real Christian, unless Christianity is all about hypocrisy." But now I want to know what you think about this whole mess. What really happened to Nicki? Is this who she's been all along, and she's just going full mask off? Or is this sudden MAGA moment all about her husband and her brother and their legal drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you don't miss the next video, because trust me, this tea is far from finished.